tournament, and we are your shoutcasters, Manjin and Wolf Connection, for our first series of the day. If I'm not mistaken,
It is. It is the first series. We will have 3 series today, but I think we already have the game. It's Station 751 versus Team Veteran. Step to our first best of 3. Of course, this is a semifinal match, and whoever wins will advance to the grand final.
So let's go into the game, and
I think we do have the game right now.
we apologize for all of the people who are anticipating the game. We had the technical difficulties earlier, but as we can see, Station 751, Shilat is going to fall down in the hands of Veteran 2-2. And he will get a double kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, as you can see, the spaceship being activated. But Ariel will secure that kill. And it's now 7-1.
7-1.
With a 6 kills advantage from the side of Team Veteran.
That was amazing. Well, that was the only kill for Station 751 so far. But they are from the Philippines, from a region in the Philippines. And they're really struggling right now. 3,000 that were lead by the veteran side.
Yep.
And now Necrophos picked.
Yeah. Well, this is an interesting lineup for me, as we can see in our latest patch, Wolf, the pre-TI8 patch. The Crystal Maiden has been one of the most recent heroes being used in the game. Why is that?
It's because of the fact that it used to be a bad laner because of the 3-1-1 setup.
Yeah.
And people are not giving attention to Crystal Maiden because Crystal Maiden needs to get to the jungle, right?
Yeah.
And because of Frostbite. And now that people realize that the strength of the Crystal Maiden is on 2-1-2 lane setups.
He's
because
one of the best heroes, right?
Gets the first skill for he gets the Crystal Nova, I believe.
But wait a minute, Wolf, hold that thought. As we can see, another leap has been used by Ariel to get this Puck. Puck uses the ultimate, but that is a nice turnaround for the Puck. Nice outplay coming out from the Puck using the spaceship and the Dream Coil to counter go. And Kenji with the backup onto the heel.
Way up top, they will try to turn onto Leo this time. That's the Weaver being locked on by the Cogs. And there is no more time lapse. Oh, it is going to be there, but not going to be much of a distance. Can he get away? I think he gets away as well. Very close.
But meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Show T, Veteran 22, is really having a great time down there.
Yeah.
Shoving the Crips into the tier 1 turret of the Scourge side. But
what an arrow.
As we say this, nice arrow from the Mirana.
Yeah, unfortunately, the kill will not be handed to any of the heroes. It's not much gold that you could get out of it, but that's still a way to stop the Necrophos from farming his top of the net worth chart right now. You know, how he's farmed right now. Aaron wants to battle with the Jakiro, but the Jakiro will try to zone him out. I think this is a battle of the bounty runes.
Yep.
We'll get it.
We're now in 10 minutes into the game. Actually, I need to ask you this question also. Mirana is now a viable mid laner for our recent patch, but as we say this again, lots of action here into our first game. 10-2, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes into the game. 3K gold lead in the hands of Team Veteran.
Mirana has always been that solo laner, and because of the advent of the 2-1-2 lane setup, it gives all of these sustainable mid laners, sustainable solo laners a chance in the meta right now. We're seeing the Puck, Mirana in the mid lane. Well, going back to the Crystal Maiden, we were talking about it. It was the 2-1-2 lane setup as well that, you know, gave this Crystal Maiden
the duo
a chance.
Q setup.
Because when you get the Crystal Nova first, or the first skill of the Crystal Maiden, it can hit onto 2 heroes, right?
Yeah.
As compared to a Frostbite. Frostbite will only target 1, can only contest.
But sorry, we'll pull that thought. Another Sakuchi here into the top lane. They will commit that Sentry Ward, double lift. Coming out from Ariel to get that double star storm ongoing. Yeah, and that will be a straight kill coming out from Mr. H here into the top lane. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, one more hit for this turret. And now Show T will secure that gold.
Up top, they will try to defend against 3 members of Station 751. And I think they will be successful in doing so. So there's no legitimate kill potential coming out from 751. They will just back down from the attempted push by their team. And it seems to me that this core setup for Team Veteran is working out really well, like the Necrophos. I don't know if this is their offlaner or
this is their safe lane, man.
Yeah, it was their safe lane because it was stationed the safe lane, but we cannot say that this could be a safe lane.
The position
a position one Weaver or a position 1 Necrophos. We don't know yet because I don't know if whether or not Shoti is their carry.
But again, at the end of the day, this will be a kind of like utility sustained damage for the Necropause. As we can see, he now has the Force Staff in order to for him to be safe. And of course, with the amount of DPS coming out from the Jakiro and the Undying, they had a lot of sustained damage in the bottom lane. As we can see the net worth graph, 3 core heroes from the side of the Team Veteran is leading the pack.
I'm not sure about the Beastmaster picked here by Station 751. You normally will have to group up as 5, try to push, especially with the Clinks as well.
Yeah.
Because they can easily fall off as a team. Well, as far as Veterans is concerned, they don't have the best scaling cores as well. They only have this Necrophos and this Weaver. But if you do find a good start for these Weaver, can really farm really well, which is happening right now, out farming most of the members of Station 751 at this moment.
They can harass lanes, as we can see. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 minutes. The Mackenzie Crystal Maiden trying to defend the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Meanwhile, as we can see in the mid lane, Mewtwo stalking this Weaver, the Weaver Fever. It was seen.
A little bit of a misstep there by the Clinks. Could have been.
Could have been a good gank, right?
Yeah, it could have been, but the roar duration might be enough as a stun for 751 to lock down the Weaver. And now they are trying to stalk this Buck, but again, Mewtwo doesn't have any silence whatsoever.
This is very risky for Mewtwo. Meanwhile, the top lane, there you go, the ultimate coming out from Mr. Shoti. Will it be enough to get Kenzu? And before the skull gets into him, he will immediately die. 11-3 for the side of Team Veteran. And Moonlight Shadow has been popped as well by the Mirana.
I don't like the movements of this Lynx. He hasn't been converting into kills. Oh no, this is gonna be a roar onto the puck. Do they have the damage? Do they think they want? There's the phase shift and the dream call for the counter. They're still chasing. They will not be able. They will be able to get the kill. Whilst Ariel will try to run away as far as Mewtwo.
But there you go. Here comes the TP coming out from Crystal Maiden. But nice cogs for Mr. H to save his allies. Kenji is falling low. The arrows are hitting him. Leo will pop that Dazzle Appearance. And Jack Hero is the only one left. No, there's going to be the Necropulse also. And Mewtwo, as the legend tells you, the legendary Pokemon will survive. 5-0 means 5 in the Philippines. That's a total wipeout coming out from Station 751.
That is a big swing. 2.4k. Station 751 really trying to get back. I think that was the Clinks with the masterful movements right there. We were talking about him on his overall map rotations. It hasn't been converting into kills. But right after that, the micro play coming out from the Clinks was phenomenal. Up top though, Crystal Maiden trying to run away from the Weaver. Can he get away? It's going to be pretty hard, and I think Mackenzie will fall definitely this time.
Whoa.
Stunning, but the Shukuchi will finish it off.
Just like a ghost in Ant-Man. The Weaver, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was a nice gold swing for Station 751 in that recent clash. And of course, the Clinks is the only core hero left. So that means more experience and more damage output from the Clinks later on. Meanwhile, here in the top lane, Mewtwo once again against Mr. Leo. Leo popping that first kill, uses the time lapse, but the arrows are too lit. But there you have it. The two-headed dragon will eventually lock down the Clinks. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mr. H Another pick off from this fight. Oh, still not over, man. It's not stopping.
Are contesting Sheila. That's Sheila this time.
Yeah,
That is the Beastmaster. That is the Necrophos with the ultimate. That's Sheila T.
Yeah, lots of confusing team fights for this game, man.
Like how confusing their names are.
Yeah.
But down bottom, connection
yeah.
with the arrow, but the silence will be there from Insane. And they will have the contest this time, but the Necrophos will still fall. And that is the puck trying to run away as well. 1-4-1 trade-off all over the map.
Yeah.
Station 751 strikes back.
Well, actually, Station 751's composition is indeed a pick-up kind of lineup. Of course, if you have the hook shot to the cogs, you can immediately connect it into to a 5-second arrow, or maybe a frostbite into that arrow combination. Plus, the Clinks can always flank out everyone, especially if he has the Malevolence coming up. He can easily burst down the Sukuchi Weaver.
Yeah, definitely. Before the Lincoln's timing, this Clinks will definitely have a better time compared to the Weaver. Yeah. That is very tricky though, because the Weaver can opt to get for the Lincoln Sphere first, or maybe a Dragon Lance first, while the smoke will be popped.
Battery Assault
connecting onto Kenji.
Okay.
There will be a Tombstone, as well as the backup from veterans, but the problem is that it is quite slow. Not land that one. Ice Path will be there to hold the Clockwork. Clockwork will go down. A Freeman Dream Cold by the puck. But there is the roar as well, but the damage from Mute is just way too much.
But let's see Mirana leaping out from Casualty. Bone Clink uses his Wind Walk. Nice pop of the Dust of Appearance for the Jakiro, and he will stay into the pit. Mirana with that last leap will get that killing spree. Mr. Insane is still chasing the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster will just taunt him out.
Yeah, we'll just
can't kill me.
Oh, nice.
He will fight this out.
Very nice silence coming out from the puck, but Sheila will not be taken out. At the very least, that is a positive trade-off for 751, and they're slowly winning this game back.
Yeah, no. That was very risky from the Beastmaster, overstaying his welcome.
Definitely a mistake by the Beastmaster, I would say.
But man, as we told our audience earlier, without the sustainability coming out from the Tombstone and the heal, you can easily burst down Team Veteran. Of course, they have 2 heals with the Death Pulse and the Soul Rip. But again, the Mirana Starstorm, man, one of the best early game damage source.
Yeah,
the recent meta, yeah,
for sure. There's a smoke coming out from Team Veteran. Will not be spotted. They are pinging up top where the Clinks is. They do have the dust. Use the scan, but the Clinks will not be stepping there. They're still chasing this one, but I don't think that they will have the firepower anymore.
Let's see. They are stalking Mr. Clinks. Mewtwo going into the trees. Macrofire. Nice use of the Dust of Appearance.
Oh no,
they
missed.
They will miss. Mewtwo will get out from that fray.
Oh no, that was Leo.
That's a solo kill.
A solo kill onto
from the Weaver, man.
To Mirana.
Yeah.
And they will just transition up top. This is the big advantage that you can get out of the Weaver. Can always have the kill potential. Can always go to the lanes. That's why he's called the dead lane hero, right? Because he can stay in those lanes where no other heroes can. And when he's there, you can kill him. And when you stay there, if you're a support, for example, or even when you're a core, you can be killed by this Weaver.
Yep. Of course.
It really made me wonder why the Weaver has fallen off in the meta, because maybe teams are not getting the value out of the dead lane hero that is the Weaver. Yeah. Because again, there's not much dead lanes anyways.
But of course, with the quantum particles of the Sukuchi and the time lapse, you also have the heals. You cannot, I mean, in this kind of lineup, with the Weaver having a nice position into the clash, you cannot kill him.
Oh, the whole shot connects, and there's the cogs. The damage onto the Necrophos is gonna be enough. Will be taken out. The Dream Cold will be there as well. But there it's 1-for-1 trade-off. Make the 2-for-1 as the Jakiro also falls. The Macrophos is on the floor, but no one being hit on the side of 751. It will expire right now, and I think the defense will be successful at least for this moment.
The Tombstone saving the lives of Team Veteran. That was a nice initiation from the Clockwork Goblin, ladies and gentlemen. to get the Necropause. And nice defense from Team 751. Meanwhile, as we say that, Weaver now having another defensive item, which is the Lincoln Spear.
Lincoln Spear is going to be great versus the potential Orchid of Malevolence coming out from the side of the Station 751.
Yeah.
Of course, it will...
The flank, right? From the Clinks.
Yeah, it's going to be very important. But, you know, also the big problem for Veteran right now is the fact that this Clinks will freely roam around. Will really contest this. Even the puck can easily be pursued.
Like what you said, man. Now. Let's see. The arrows are lit. Meanwhile, another hook shot for Jakiro. And the Jakiro will fall. Rap, save me. Thank you so much for staying into the map. 2016 is our score. Again, man, look at the burst damage coming out from the Clinks. And that was a core hero, which is a puck.
Yeah. The Jakiro will be taken out. Actually, I think the 4 staff came out from the Jakiro, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, to save his ally, right?
Save his ally, which is great. Dragonlance, yeah, Weaver. I understand why the Weaver picked the Dragonlance with the Lincoln Sphere. Yeah. The Lincoln Sphere is far too expensive to be taken first.
Yep.
Because the Dragonlance will give him enough space, distance between attacks, and of course that valued life, HP that he needs right now. Nice scouting arrow there by the Mirana to know where exactly the veteran members are.
Actually,
just back down from the fight.
Actually, there's a lot of scouting arrows, as you said, here in this fight. And with those scouting arrows, I mean, Team Veteran will eventually know where the wards are being placed by Team 751, and with those missed arrows, I mean, they can easily prevent some casualties, some dangers coming out from Team 751. But again, as we say this, the Hawk being summoned to scout out heroes also.
There could be a clash down bottom though.
Yeah. There you go, Crystal Nova, Frostbite for the Jakiro. He will use the Ice Bat, but oh no, Mr. H will lock him down. 2017, nice pickoff for the side of Station 751, and they will use that invisibility
but they were spotted,
to get another one. There you go, hook shot, last hit. Kenji will fall off. The Mirana is falling low. Yes, he will go down. The 3 heroes are here. Here comes Elsa, but it got cancelled by the Yule Scepter. Leo is fighting for his life under the cogs, and there you go, the side of the Necropause.
Yes. Now they're chasing the Beastmaster, but the Beastmaster will try to hold this guard. I think he's just making the space for this Clinks, who's taking out the tower up top. This is going to be a concern for Veteran. I think they will have to answer this one.
Yes.
Because this is going to be really, really fast. If you don't contest it, 3 members down. And now the Clinks is going to be down and out.
They will try to get him, but they will fail. Okay. Who is in favor of that team fight?
I'm going to say Station 751 got the better end of the deal. With this even trade-off as far as number of kills go. And that is a 4 versus 5 fight that they actually won. Because the Clinks was all over the top lane.
Yeah.
I think he was able to take out a tower, the tier 2 tower.
And that's a 4v5 situation.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is.
Team Station 751 isolating every hero from that fight. They first targeted the Undying.
Yeah.
So without the Undying, no one will tank out. the Jakiro. Then the Undying being isolated in the bottom lane. The Puck and the Necropause as well is too far away from their allies. So without those, sustainability skills from the side of the Team Veteran, they will eventually die in the hands of the burst damages from the side of Team Station 751.
They will just smoke up. I'm eyeing the bottom lane this time. They kind of know where the members of 751 are.
Yeah.
know where Mewtwo is, but Leo is actually spotted because of the Shukuchi sound.
Oh, man.
Try to lock him down. The silence will be there. Even the roar and the damage from the clicks will be enough. Undying with the tombstone being laid down, the macro fire as well. Do they have the damage? I think they will take out the Crystal Maiden this time. Not until the use.
Okay, there's going to be the buyback coming out from the Weaver, but Genji is falling low. Mewtwo will get a double kill, but there you go. Necropause, Bone Thugs in harmony, Reaper me, baby. But again, Mewtwo using the arrows, positioning himself very well onto the sides. He will get a triple kill, and now Mirana is running for his life. Available scores being used. He's being chased by the Skull Greyhound, but he will go for the outplay. Arrow leap in, but still 3 heroes will fall down for both of the teams. Mewtwo and Mr. H are here. Pops that Malevolence, goes for the Necropause. There goes the Rocket. Necropause pops the Mecha, pops the first kill, but man, there you have it.
And even the Gem being picked up. That was a big trade-off coming out.
Oh, that was a 5-4-3. I mean 6-4-3 exchange in favor of 7-5-1.
Exactly. A lot of gold going in favor of Station 7-5-1. The better initiations on their side, and the Weaver had to use the buyback into the time lapse. That is a big tower takedown. It's being chased down. What a combo! Even better Ice Bath coming out from the Jakiro, able to chase out the Clinks, and the Clinks finally will be taken out. That's a killing spree streak, I believe, that was taken out from the Clinks.
The edge of the iceberg from the Ice Path.
Definitely.
Jakiro getting the Clinks. And I mean, with those type of clashes, I mean, I'm guessing that it's still a good trade because Team Station 751 gets the tower, eventually got the tower in the bottom lane. Even though that's a retaliation that coming out from the Clinks. But man, this Necropause is really putting up the work from his team, just walking the swag walk in the bottom lane, walking and using the death poses.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about the fact that Station 751 will have the better mid-game per se because of the Clinks, because of the Beastmaster, and we were also talking about when the fact that when they group up they will be stronger than Veteran, and that's what exactly happened in the previous fights. When they grouped up as 4, grouped us as 5, was pretty strong versus the team of the Veteran squad, because again the thing with Veteran is that their damage is not burst. Sort of a
DP8, DPS, right?
Yeah, DOT, damage over time, more importantly. You have to wrap up the damage. Your damage from the Necrophos is not totally instant.
But again,
there's going to be a hook shot onto this Undying with the cogs as well, the silence and everything, all that jazz. Undying will fall.
Let's see. I'm guessing the Team Veteran don't want this fight, but they will still commit. The puck blinking in, but he will back off. It's always like this when it comes to the fight. I mean, Team Veteran is always incomplete with their lineup, and I mean, Station 751 having the upper hand. But again, as I say this, 2-man Dream Coil coming on the pop. Here comes another Ice Path. Mikenzu uses that ultimate. Let it go, freezing field. But okay, there you have it. 1 hero will fall off. The Reaver from the backside, getting flanked. Meanwhile, Mirana
the arrow
is pushing out the tier 3 tower. I mean, this is the BKB and BKB TP to get out of that casualty.
While up top, the Clinks already scored a kill onto the tower. Now Rap actually tried to use the Ice Bath and he will land it. Kenji, there's the silence.
For this.
There's the Nullifier as well. They can't get away from these Clinks, but fortunately, the Jakiro is quite tanky because compared to other type of supports. It was able to survive versus the onslaught of the Clinks, but the tower will be the trade-off for this one, and that is still a pretty good trade coming out from 751.
And I mean, Station 751 are just playing mind games right now. Mirana pushing into the bottom lane, meanwhile Clinks, Rat Dota, into using the Rat Dota into the top lane. Meanwhile, it's going to be another stun for Clockwork. They will pop the use. Here comes the Beastmaster for the backup. Clockwork pops that Blade Mail. They will go for the Shrine, and they will survive. Again, man, no damage burst from Team Veteran.
Yeah, the only legitimate burst that they have is if you have the puck plus the Necrophos on top of one hero, bursting him down as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But apart from that, they don't have what 751 has. Like, for example, the Klink's damage is
indeed bursty.
It is burst. It is a physical type of burst, right? And the Roar, for example, is
also the Starstorm.
Starstorm is there.
Yeah.
And you have the damage from the Clockwork. You have the physical damage that they have. Between all of their heroes, there's just way too much fast damage that can come out from 751. And that's a luxury that Veteran doesn't have as of this moment.
And of course, the right clicks. I mean, Klinks with the first kill. Yeah. Then, of course, the Mirana with the level 15 talent. That plus, if I'm not mistaken, 125 attack speed from the Mirana.
And just like that, they were able to get a kill on the
speaking
Weaver,
of the Mirana, right?
Which I assume that there was a connection with the Arrow, Sacred Arrow, I believe.
And there you have it, ladies and gents. Team Veteran is just controlling the map right now. Mewtwo will spat out the puck.
The mini
Doom, the mini Doom, the Nullifier plus the Malevolence, and they will still chase down a hero. Undying will TP out. They will go for Necropos. Oh no! Bone Thugs and Harmony. He will use the Reaper Sight, but there you go. The TP will get cancelled. Will be cancelled, I mean.
Those are 3 heroes without the buyback for Veteran. And those are 3 core heroes for Veteran. That is Station 751 getting a lot out of the map. But I say a lot, but that is really way too much for Veteran to handle, because this either opens up a Roshan or a barracks for Station 751. They chose the Roshan, which is, I think, the better decision as of this moment.
And after this, they can now dictate whatever fight they want. And then they can actually go again for the mid lane into the tier 2.
Yeah,
of course, with an extra life coming out from the Bone Clinks, man.
I think this BKB pickup from the Bone Clinks is gonna be the
next item.
It is gonna be the next item, and I think it's gonna be the game clincher for Station 751. They almost will guarantee their win if they do get this BKB, because again, what's stopping the BKB? I mean, look at this. Even Mewtwo just staying under the macro power, hitting under the tower.
Mewtwo, quick attack. Oh man.
Oh, now they will go on to this Clockwork. The Dream Coil is just going to be used on one hero, and they don't have detection versus this Moonlight Shadow. And it's really bad for Veteran because they lost their main team fight too, which was the Dream Coil.
Yep.
It's going to be down for a minute or so.
Of course, man.
Or 44 seconds right now.
What's happening right now is Team Veteran. More sustain, less damage. And you can't win without damage. I mean, as we can see, Mewtwo is just bullying everyone. The chunk of health from the Undying, getting burst down by that one arrow from the Klinks means they cannot go toe to toe.
I think this pickup by the puck is one of the most crucial item pickups for Veteran. This could give them a little bit of chance for a comeback
to survive, right?
The Aeon Disc is only set amount of heroes that really benefit from the Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
And one hero is gonna be the puck, because again, you don't wanna rely on the damage of the Dream Coil or the Waning Rift anymore at this stage of the game. But you can rely on its additional effects, like the stun, for example, from the Dream Coil, and the silence from the Waning Rift. That is more than crucial for Veteran to land on specific heroes. And for the most part, Station 751 has been controlling this puck, and because of the fact that this puck is being controlled heavily, it merits this pickup from the puck of the Aeon Disc.
Yeah.
I think this will allow the puck to get to level 25.
Right. And of course,
GPM talent, and then
the 420 GPM talent, unlimited amount of buybacks from the puck. We're going to the late game. 35 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. We are now indeed going to the late game, and the puck is just controlling the creep equilibrium to the top lane. Meanwhile, 4 heroes are defending for the side of Team Veteran. Station 751 still has the Aegis, and they can, they will go for this puck, man. They are.
Does he know?
Here.
The arrow, it will not land, of course. It's off the mark, and it's also off timing for this Mirana to use that stun.
The puck buying time for his team right now.
Oh, there's already a Blink Dagger for this Jakiro. Is level 21 as of this moment.
Yeah.
Really bad for this Jakiro. Support from Team Veteran.
But man, that's a rich support.
That is.
So you can see you have a 4-staff in the use and in the dagger.
Oh, the
Speaking of the Jakiro, here comes the Ice Path. Okay, 4 heroes are here for the side of Team Veteran. 2-man Dream Call, but the BKB being used by Mewtwo. He will indeed go for that throne. Okay, hook shot for this Clockwork. There you go, the mecha being popped. And no casualty whatsoever for that last skirmish, ladies and gentlemen. But again, they will still go for it. Lots of dances here in the fight.
It will connect the Ice Path as well, but here comes the Clinks onto this Weaver. Weaver does have the BKB. The roar will be popped, but the Lotus Orb will be there. It will not amount to anything, as that is the Weaver taken out as well. Does have the buyback, but it's really bad for Veteran at this moment. Look at Kenji being bursted down by the Clinks. And that is two members down for Veteran.
The arrows, man.
It is.
The arrows hurt.
They hurt a lot. So you're seeing right now.
Oh, man.
Fortunately for Team Veteran, they have been adamant with as far as pushing the waves are concerned.
Of course.
Unfortunately, they will delay this push for a little bit longer.
But let's see, Mirana again with those arrows. Ladies and gentlemen, dagger out for the puck. Oh no! Necropos gets the frostbite, but the Undying will eventually buy back. Clicks doesn't even care for their feelings anymore. 4-step in for Mr. Shoti, but they have no stun. Link in for the puck. Here comes the 2-man Ice Path. Mirana for the BKB. The Ghost Shroud will save the Necroboss, but then again, the Clinks damage, ladies and gentlemen, are hurting them. Dominating for the Mirana, dominating for the Clinks. Make that a mega kill plus a double kill. And this is a 9-second BKB for Mr. Mewtwo, and I'm guessing that they will eventually end this right now.
I mean, the target selection for Mewtwo has been crisp for the past few moments.
Crispy patata.
Ever since. And look at this, the split arrow talent it does have, taking out the barracks as quickly as that. And comes the buyback coming out from the Team Veterans. They're trying to chase this Clinks. They don't have the BKB anymore on Mewtwo. They're still trying to chase this Mewtwo Clinks. And there's one more click. It will be enough.
That is a mega kill straight
set up
for
this Clockwork. They do have the silence. There is going to be the Moonlight Shadow being prompted.
Let it go
and of course,
for Makenzu.
Oh my goodness, that was...
It's raining ice. Ice, ice, baby. And we're having a show, ladies and gentlemen.
We
Team
are
Station 751. This is the greatest show. Blink into the clip. Uses the ultimate.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
A multi-shot again.
Multi-shot level 25 talent.
25 talent for the Clinks. You saw how big it was versus all of those barracks.
Yeah.
Raxes. Now, the lead is going to just inflate for 751 starting from this moment. I don't think the Weaver is a good comeback hero.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think the Necrophos is either. Maybe when it gets the Aghanim Scepter for multiple Reaper Scythe, but generally speaking, these heroes, they don't really come back from this type of from a deficit like this.
You're right, man. And again, they deal no damage. Necropos is building that utility type of carry. So how can you deal with the Clockwork? Even the Clockwork, man, with 3,392 HP, they can't even give a scratch to that heavy metal hero.
I mean, the Aghanim Scepter is already up for the Clockwork. He will go for the Nullifier next time.
Yeah.
I think one of the better Nullifier holders is Clockwork with this amount of farm.
Yep.
From a support position, maybe he will not be able to get to the point where he gets a Nullifier on top of the Aghanims. But seeing as they have so much of a lead right now, we'll have the luxury of that. When the Clockwork does have the Nullifier, just imagine what possibilities it can offer.
What plays, man.
The hookshot will connect, and of course the Nullifier will be there so that the hero will not be able to force Staff himself out of the cogs.
Yeah. They won't do anything unless an ally uses a use, maybe.
Staff,
but
for his teammate.
This is very dangerous. Team Veteran is on a very sticky situation. Plus, this Beastmaster is also tanky. Look at that. You have the Pipe of Insight plus the Crimson Guard to help his allies. Plus, again, the auras coming out from that extra creep.
He will not go for the Necro Bull, which is very interesting for me. Now they're pushing down the tier.
Okay, there you go.
There is
another roar. BKB for the Mirana. The Nali Fire being committed to the Necropause. 100 seconds into the death timer. The Dream Coil will do nothing. The Throne will fall. And Veteran Undying will also fall. Mega kill for Mr. Ariel. The multi-shot arrows taking down those Raxes.
Another hook shot on the Weaver, but they don't care. They just want the barracks this time. They will be able to close this one out. Only the mid lane barracks remaining, but Mewtwo says, no, I don't need that. I'm going to take on the tier 4 towers. Both of them at the same time. And there's the GG call coming out from Veteran.
Mewtwo
more.
Proving that he is indeed legendary. 32-40 in our first game. Ladies and gents. Team Station 751 gets game number 1.
I mean, we jumped into the game, and Station 751 were down by 7-1, 3,000 net worth lead in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they really came back because of the fact that they realized how strong their lineup is when they group up. And when they indeed grouped up, it was enough for them to mount the comeback. Yep. It was enough to get them the victory for this specific game.
Yeah. And I would like to commend Mewtwo on his positioning into
and target selection, I would say.
Target selection also.
It was also really good for that specific hero because, again, Klinks is only a single target hero. And it more than anything else, positioning as well as target selection is very important for the Klinks.
Important. And that's just the first game, man.
That is.
If I'm not mistaken, we're having 3 best of 3s.
Yeah, we are going to have 3 best of 3 series today. That is the first game of the first best of